Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading is going to dive into Mitch McConnell's karma and his professional future and personal future as well. And I'm using this deck here, which is by Scarabeo. And the cards are up here, so I'm sorry you can't see them, but I'm gonna draw them, have the frame here, and okay, so diving into Mitch. So the forces in motion in his life. We have the King of Wands. Okay. His challenges currently. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. His karma from past lives. The Queen of Pentacles. The specific karma he's working on this lifetime. Yeah, of course. The Ace of Swords. What he's destined or bound to experience, what's still hanging over him, which is still, more karma. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. That's interesting. Okay. And let's see, for the next, I think I have enough room here. Put the camera up as far as I can, at least to be able to see the images. I think I'll do 4 cards, 2 and 2 here for his professional future. So professionally, he's bound to experience. Yeah, okay. Yep. Oh, boy, does that sure make sense. Because the person can only get away with being so controlling and rigid and out of integrity for so long, and it has to catch up with you. It's just going to be nice to see it happen in this lifetime with him. Makes me wonder who he was in his last lifetime. Looks like maybe a woman, maybe. Okay, so then his personal future. Let's put that here. So personally, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. Let me make some room here, and if I put a chopstick under here, it takes the glare off. Okay, I think we're all in frame there. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. All right, good enough. So this card here, actually these 2 cards, they hold a lot for all the other cards, because this is currently where he is. And currently with the King of Wands, this isn't him. This is the law coming down on him. This is, the forces that be. All of the kings are ruled by the emperor. And this guy is often an attorney, but it could be a group of attorneys, because, when we're in the court cards, we're often in, it can be just a person sometimes, but usually it has to do with, or just as often has to do with, like, the energy and consciousness of the qualities of the person. So with all the kings, we're in rules and structures, structures that are created to function in life. Now, the wands and the swords, King of Wands and King of Swords, is usually an attorney. So I think that this has to do with all the laws that he's violated all his life. He's called himself the Grim Reaper. I've done several readings on him, so there's, but I've never dove into his karma. I've looked at his professional future, and these cards are reiterating that. So, in what I think maybe in his last reading I did, it came through that he would not make it. What I did is, instead of doing readings on all the, the runoffs in Georgia, I decided let's read on Mitch, because the Georgia runoffs are going to decide whether or not he stayed in power. And sure enough, it came through that he did not. And, we have this again here, this pattern. So he's on his way out. The law is coming down on him. And his biggest challenge with the Ace of Cups is the fact that he's going to be rejected. He's probably even going to have a breakup with his wife, and I'll read on her. Maybe I'll do her next. I decided not to combine them because she's such a wackadoodle all on her own. She's pretty independent of him. In fact, I think she's the one that wears the pants in the family. So, but anyway, back to Mitch. He's I think maybe his biggest challenge all his life is that he has stifled his emotions, that he has just shoved them down. He doesn't let anything come out that, that should. And we do know that, he did have polio when he was younger, and that's often why he falls down and bruises himself. But also, there's this stifling of his emotional body that has happened. So this is a very painful card, and that's his challenge. And he doesn't show how much pain he's in, and I think he is worried about losing his wife. And this is a card of emotional emptiness when it's reversed, and it's also a card of sometimes a cancellation. So I don't know how it's going to happen. Maybe he'll just resign or retire at some point, but this is a big challenge for him. So with the Queen of Pentacles up here, as far as a past life, he may very well have been a queen who controlled a lot of money, who controlled things. I mean, because he certainly is controlling in this lifetime. Certainly. His specific karma for this lifetime is to be in truth, is to get to the clear place, is to have some clarity, to sharpen his mind, to have some vision of the long-term, future. Well, he's learned how to, over the long term, tighten things up the way he wants, but he has not been in alignment with the truth. So he has not been working on his specific karma for this lifetime. And we can see that. Now, what he's destined to experience with the Queen of Wands reversed, I don't know Elaine's sun sign. I don't know if she happens to be a fire sign woman, but this definitely could be the place where she's unfaithful to him, and whether or not she has a fire sign sun, I think she's gonna put these two cards together here. Tells us she's just gonna put the kibosh on him, and she's gonna get out of town. I think she's gotten what she's wanted. Then again, he's gotten a lot out of her too. He has received a lot of money because of her. So the two of them probably had some karma from a past lifetime, is what I'm tuning into here. Yeah. Wow. And then him just always going for, what he wanted. Very, very mental, at the expense of his emotional, maturing. The dude has no emotional intelligence whatsoever. So, okay. So moving forward, these four cards here are his professional future. So with the Two of Pentacles, I'm sorry, what am I saying? Two of Wands. You know, professionally, I think he's going to be looking for. He might just be like kind of restless and wanting to get the heck out of his position. I don't know that he enjoys his job anymore. I mean, how could he, really? And he's in the dark night of the soul professionally. His job isn't going anywhere. He's been, you know, he was, he's not anymore the leader, but he was, well, he's the leader of the minority right now. But he was, you know, the leader for quite some time. And, yeah, he's just, he's a perfect example of years and years and years of work to hold everything together at the expense of doing your soul work. And now you're in this hopeless, hopeless position. I mean, the star reversed is awful for a professional future, and you get the star reversed. You're not even on the right path. You've lost direction. You've lost hope. You've been rejected. So there's a lot of depression here, and of course there's this part of him that wants to just get out. And coupled with this Nine of Swords, like I said, you know, there's failure here. There's a dark night of the soul. There's depression. Again, both cards here, depression and rejection. And, you know, he's feeling isolated and trapped and hopeless. These are both hopeless cards. Helpless and hopeless. Or helpless and hopeless. So it's just, you know, it's not good. He's in a lot of fear. He's in a lot of fear. He's probably not sleeping well at all. He may be having headaches, you know, nightmares. And, you know, he deserves it. So his professional future is a big nightmare where he's restricted and he's not going anywhere. And he is helpless and hopeless. So there's that. Personally, with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, you know, when the card's straight up, you're reevaluating and reassessing where you've put all your money, your resources, your investments. When it's reversed, he's just lazy at this point, and he's had some setbacks financially. I don't know what's happened, but you know, he's not even planning correctly. He's just not even planning. And I think he might be impatient. But then again, he's kind of plodding along. But then again, this dude's kind of mercenary. Not kind of, he is. This dude's very mercenary in the way he moves through life. It's always focused on the money. Doesn't move quickly, but the focus is on the money. And the movement is, you know, always towards the cash. But he's made mistakes in the past moving towards the cash. And this personal future for him is going to leave him in this place where I think he's just, because he'll be in so much failure, I think he's just going to be like released of the burden. You know, I'm definitely just going to have to look at Elaine's karma and see what's going on there. Or maybe when I get done with this, I'll use I think I will. When I get done with this, I'll raise the camera down and use lower the camera down and use the Kipper so we can see what's going on in their relationship. Because I can just feel her all in this. Yeah. Now with the Nine of Wands reversed, He's exhausted. You know, his personal life, when he gets, you know, when he goes home, he's exhausted. He probably doesn't like having to sit around in a mask all day and talk with a mask, and then he gets home and he's just like, oh, you know what, oh my goodness. This is a card of, when it's reversed, when it's straight up, you know, there's the battle going on. This is a wounded warrior card, but you know, and there's a lot of defense in the background, and you've got to protect your, you know, your space. But when it's reversed, you've given up. So his personal future is he's just going to give up because he's exhausted. It's also a card of being overly defensive, and it can be a card of, you know, a disaster and things just not working out at all. So, okay, let me pause this for a moment, lower the camera, and I'll be back with the Kipper. Hold on. Okay, so this portion is going to dive into Mitch and Elaine's relationship. And I want to know mostly about the future, but of course, cards from the past may pop up as well. So let's just get inside of their relationship. Ooh, okay. So our theme has to do with some movement, some moving away. All right. So so with the journey card here in the center, and hanging over the communication card. So this is the two of them together. So there's been some change. With the journey card, it's usually about travel. And I do read directionally, so that it's going this way. But it touches this card as well. So this is him. This is Mitch. Now I'm kind of wondering, like, would he move to China with Elaine, or are they going to get away to some other country? Because he's moving towards a new community, a new, well, I don't know if it's new, but he's moving towards, yeah, it's probably an established community already. So this could be with her family, it's possible. Or it could be that there's movement. You know, with just these cards, I would think there would be like movement together, but no, over here we have a divorce, we have an ending. So, yeah, that's really interesting. So this I'm thinking this is the future here, because I was asking about the future. So in the future, there is going to be some type of a journey. Now, this can also be a spiritual journey, where there's a communication to him that maybe she wants to leave. Now, the mature woman is, I don't think this is her, because she would have come through as the main female. This is somebody, but then again, you know, she's older, so there's that possibility. But this is definitely him. I think this could be her mother. It could even be his mother. But it's somebody that he trusts, that's older, or has trusted, that has been very beneficial to him, you know, in the past. It's usually a mom or a boss, or just somebody who's really, experience with life, and they're, an older friend. There's just there's a lot of support that comes through with the mature woman or the mature man. Like kind of an anchor in your life. And here we have literally the anchor. This card's all about, manifesting fulfillment, but it's also a card of foreign places. And because we have the journey card here, it's very, very possible that his future has him moving to try and stay with her. Because this is just their relationship. And this could be any older woman that's been supportive to him in the past. But I don't think it's her, because she would come through as the main female. She'd be the number 2 card. She wouldn't be the number 6. So I think these 2 cards here are showing us the past, where he's been connected to foreign money, foreign places, foreign fulfillment has definitely been hanging over him all his life. So that's the thing to remember. And it has to do with her. I mean, why else did he, why did he marry her, right? I mean, she's the daughter of a Chinese shipping magnate. So there's that, all his life, or not all his life, but all his marriage, it's been about that. And that's been a big, whoever this mature woman is, has been a big help to him. This has been his community. So, but anyway, moving forward into the future, I think he's going to go back to that. And then this is a younger person that's going to cause problems for him. This is a younger, well, if it's not a female, it could just be, if it's not a younger person, but usually it is. It's all about luxury, and it can be a daughter. I don't know if they have kids. I never even looked at that. If they do, this would be their daughter. If it's not a daughter, it could be a younger sister, anyone up to about 40 years old, but maybe a little bit older than 40. But somebody who's, got it together and is usually pretty happy and carefree, and there's the money. But it's hanging over this card. She's hanging over this card, which puts him in a place of just utter misery. This is like one of the worst cards. And you look to the cards around to figure out why. Like, what's the misery about? And this is some type of a communication, I think, from Elaine that I don't know who this person is, that maybe this is, if they do have a daughter or some other family member, but they're all telling him, like, it's over, dude. Something's over. This is, the despair is because of a divorce, the relationship that's over. And I don't know why, let's see, I don't know, maybe this gal is the one that brings in some information. Because this card is, like news that's sad. And so it's going to be sad for him. This is a card of like grieving. This is like, imagine, being back in the day when messages were delivered and it's like, oh no, he died or she died or something's over, right? This is a card of disappointment. It's very painful. And you look to the cards around it. Well, do we just have it on one side? I could draw some more cards and figure out more about it, but it has to do something with her. Maybe they have a daughter that has a problem, or yeah, I can't imagine any younger woman being involved with Mitch. Are you kidding? I mean, well, it's only if he paid him. I mean, and yeah, that's very possible. That's very possible. And then the cat's out of the bag or whatever. Let's see. I've got the cards over here to the side. I'm just going to... Let's figure out what's the message about. And maybe a little bit more about who this is. So the message is about their marriage. And maybe he's thinking about his daughter, if they do have a daughter. No, I can't wait to finish this reading and go look and see. Do they have kids? But anyway, this is all about like all his plans that he's ever made, and the way he just plans the future. But it's not going to work well because everything ends here. That's the deal. So the message has to do with the bad message has to do with their marriage. So it's coming from Elaine, I think, and she's tired of, you know, all the plannings. And maybe she's, I'm wondering if there's going to be, well, that'll come through if, or when I do, I'll read on her next. Well, it won't be today because I don't have time, but I'll probably get to it tomorrow. No, I can't do it tomorrow because I'll be with, I'm going to be with Debbie at Freebird Spirit in the morning, unless I have time in the afternoon, but it depends on how late we go. But anyway, tune into Debbie's channel, Freebird Spirit. She's 11:11, starts at 11:11 Mountain Standard Time, and we're going to do, you know, mini readings, free mini readings. But of course, you can always donate. Donate to her channel. She's the best. But anyway, so it's Elaine that says she wants a divorce or it's over or something, and it might be because she gets investigated, and she gets investigated, of course, because of her own dirt. That doesn't really have anything to do with. We can't blame him for that, but they're all in it together. That's the deal, because this card is often one of the cards of investigators. You know, it's just very, you can see, you know, like he's just, there's a whole lot of planning and organization and strategy, you know. How do we get it going the way we want? But I think he's going to be duped. I think his marriage is, maybe it has to do with money that's been given. Yeah, and there she is. She's going to be investigated. She's going to put the kibosh on the marriage, and because she's being investigated over kickbacks and gifts and self-dealing when she was in the position that was it Secretary of Transportation, where Pete Buttigieg is right now. But God, I wonder if he can find some dirt on her, if he even has time. But anyway, so the investigation is about her and money she's received. So that's going to come out, and that's going to be a part of their marriage. So now, looking at what the despair is about, maybe, you know, there's this possibility, like if they don't have kids and there's a kid that's not involved, this could be her when she was younger. This could be, what I could be seeing here is the daughter that she was to the shipping magnate father, and now this is all coming back, right? The reason she got in that position in the first place. And Trump put her there. But Trump put her there because, you know, it was under Mitch McConnell's behest, and they're all in it together, and it's all going to come out, it'll all come out. It's all going to come out. Whether or not they'll live through it is another question. Elaine probably will, but I don't know about Mitch. His health is just, you know, very, very precarious. And I don't know about Trump lasting either. So, okay, well, I'm going to close this up for now. But their marriage is ending for sure, because this is about the relationship future. and she's going to be investigated, it looks like, and for gifts, money, kickbacks, self-dealing that she did as Secretary of Transportation. And I'll dive into that more. I'm sure it'll come through when I read on her next, which will probably be Monday or Tuesday, somewhere in there. Okay, you guys, meanwhile, have an excellent weekend, and come join us on Debbie's channel, Freebird Spirit Tarot, for Sunday, for tomorrow. Okay, thanks, you guys. Take good care. Bye.